Hello, here we have to solve a rational equation of 8x out of x plus 1 is equal to 4 minus 8 out of x plus 1. So let's begin by listing the least common denominator, which is, for the first denominator we need x plus 1. Then we have 4, which is out of 1. We do not need to include that in our least common denominator. And for the third denominator, we also need x plus 1, but we already have it included. We also need to find restricted values. Because this is a rational equation, we want to make sure that denominators are not equal to 0. And the best way of doing that is to set least common denominator to not equal to 0. So we said x plus 1 cannot be equal to 0. Let's solve for x by minusing 1 on both sides, and we get x cannot be equal to -1. So our restricted value is -1. Now we can begin solving this equation by multiplying both sides by least common denominator, which is x plus 1. So we get x plus 1 times 8x out of x plus 1 is equal to, let's distribute x plus 1 on the right, and we have 4 times x plus 1 minus 8 out of x plus 1 times x plus 1. Now we can simplify and solve. On the left we have x plus 1 times 8x out of x plus 1. X plus 1 out of x plus 1 will cancel, and we have 8x is equal to, we have 4 times x plus 1. Let's distribute this 4, and we have 4 times x plus 4 times 1, which is 4. Then we have -8 times x plus 1 out of x plus 1. X plus 1 divided by x plus 1 will cancel, so we have -8. This will give us 8x is equal to 4x. 4 minus 8 will give us -4. Let's begin solving, and we can do that by minusing 4x on both sides. And we get 8x minus 4x is 4x is equal to -4. Since we have 4x equals to -4, to solve for x, we need to do the inverse of multiplying by 4, which is to divide by 4. And we need to do the same thing to both sides, so -4 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 cancel into 1, and we get x is equal to -4 divided by 4 gives us -1. We have that x cannot be equal to -1, so -1 is a restricted value. If we plug in -1 into any of these denominators, we will have a 0 in denominator, so this equation has no solution. That's all.